So this is the final video for the EIA program that I participated in this past summer. Looking back at the videos that I did, I feel like there was a lot of growth that occurred when I was there this past summer. A lot of moments where I had to step out of my comfort zone, especially with my team, to be able to succeed with everyone else. I felt like in the end, we ended up not finishing off because of everything that happened, but it was a good time to learn some skills that I hadn't been exposed to in the past. I think I mentioned in a couple of vlogs before that I didn't come from a business and a marketing background, education-wise. I did have experience with family to do business, but it's completely different when you're putting that on the table and actually trying to play it out as a co-founder, of course. Ultimately, our team decided to split the day after I left. I left a few days earlier than the program had ended. And I'm still in communication with a couple of people, particularly the one who had caused some problems with the team and caused the team to split. But we haven't ventured into anything. We've discussed venturing into continuing the company that we had started and possibly doing another one related to tourism. But we haven't ventured into that and haven't started anything so far. I feel like looking back at the vlogs, there were a lot of moments where, for one, it was really hard to connect. If you look at the vlogs, or to connect to Wi-Fi, if you look at the vlogs, you can definitely tell that the quality isn't that great. I think there's like 1 or 2 videos where the sound comes off and on consistently. And I didn't get to complete all the vlogs, unfortunately, because the Friday that the incident occurred, I was planning to finish off 2 vlogs during that weekend when I had more time because of all the events that were going on. So yeah, unfortunately that happened. And so the other things that I feel like that I was able to realize and to learn from the program was that it's really hard to be an entrepreneur. I know my father ventured into his own business before I was born, a few years before I was born, and he told me how difficult it was, and I mean, I still think that I don't understand the complexity of it, but I understand how hard it is to work with others and to trust others and to be a part of a team with people sometimes that you've never met, that you don't know their qualifications, even though they might say certain things, and just the cohesiveness and being able to participate together and move along together in the same direction. That's definitely the hardest thing that I realized that takes a lot from people, Everyone has their own outlook on things, and everyone believes that they're right in a certain way, and that there's always 2 perspectives in things. One person did something wrong, whereas they think they're right, and the other person thinks that other person's right, and it just gets overly complicated. I think the one thing that I learned the most from this program is, aside from that, are conflict management skills. I had to be the person that was mediating between all the parties that were arguing a lot and trying to maintain us together. And I realized after the team broke up that I was the one who was trying to calm everybody down and getting everybody to listen to each other and to work together. Yeah. Besides that, besides the experience and the education and the knowledge, I think I met some of the greatest people this past summer that I'm still in contact with. Like Yvonne, for example. Yvonne and I text every once in a while. And Kiana, who's from Arizona State University. Kumar, who I just spoke about a little bit earlier. And it's great to keep in touch and just to see what they're doing. I mean, some of them are actually still going and attempting to do the startup that they started with. And it's great to see that, and I hope that I can support them in any way. And You know, there's so many more other people. Like, there's been people that I've been seeing walking around. Today I saw Jarrett, and I saw Kevin, and then I saw Jenny the other day too. And then I saw driving by Russell, who's moving to his frat. There's so many people. And I feel like this experience was nothing that I've ever had the opportunity to be a part of before. And I'm grateful for it, regardless of everything that had happened. You know, regardless of how difficult things were to manage while being in France. You know, unfortunately, I feel like for the past, it's been a month already, actually, surprisingly. Someone posted on Facebook that it's been a month, but since the incident happened. But I feel like for the past month and a half, I had a tough time being able to cope with what happened. And so, you know, for a bit, I was pushing, like, communication with people away because I felt uncomfortable, and I felt like that was the only thing that we were discussing. You know, I'm not that kind of person. You know, I realized that after the accident happened, I guess I'm more silent about grieving. I don't know what to say when it comes to grieving, and I get a little awkward about it. And so, you know, I pushed myself back from all that stuff, and I mean, it's not a good thing. I don't think it was a good thing, because I saw how other people were able to cope, and they were able to come together and, you know, become even stronger as a family that we are now. And I kind of isolated myself, which wasn't the greatest thing, but now, you know, now that the atmosphere is different and I was able to cope, I'm really excited about meeting up with everybody and seeing those who I haven't seen yet. And I'm even more excited to listen to some of the other seniors that were there who are now working. For example, Sergio, who became a consultant. Something that I'm looking forward to, actually. I'm going to be doing some interviews this upcoming month. So I've been spending a lot of my time just working on that. No. Yeah. I mean, I feel like this honestly was one of the best experiences to just get exposure of everything. You know, just get the exposure of bringing myself out of the comfort zone when it came to pitching what my skills were for marketing, which I have very little experience in, or understanding how to work with people from other cultures. Everyone in my team was from a different country, like Germany, Morocco, Lebanon, Cyprus. It was the most diverse team I've ever participated in. And so it taught me a lot. It made me really internally focus and understand who I am more as a person than I think any other program or anything that I've been a part of has done before. And I'm grateful for it, you know. I wish I would have gotten to know more people a little better. Definitely those who are the closest in contact to one another, I've realized. But it's never too late. And I'm looking forward to meeting up with everybody and getting together for this event that's coming up on the 11th of September. And I would have more else to say, but I feel like a lot of my vlogs were about complaining. That our team wasn't working well, because that's honestly what ended up happening, is that we weren't able to move forward because there were so many complications, and that was because there was a misunderstanding in the way that each one of us spoke to each other, and also because the reality of our skills in comparison to what we were trying to do were not equivalent to what was necessary. We were doing something that I still believe, is way out of our scope. We were trying to make a citywide network, Wi-Fi, without understanding what the barriers were. And, you know, sometime, hopefully in the future, when I have more experience and when I have the right connections to be able to pursue that, I hope to. It's probably with the team that I was with, or if not, maybe not, because they're so far away and because they couldn't work together well. But either way, going to France this summer was a great experience, and as I've said probably like 4 times, I'm extremely grateful for everything that I learned, the people that I met, and the connections that I have from here on out, and for the friendships. Yeah.